All right, ChatGPT. So if we were talking about how unity and perspective. Why would people want to change other people's perspective for their own gain to create this divide? Why would someone do that?
Often, people seek to change others' perspectives for power, influence, or control. It can be a way to advance agendas or maintain status. Division can create loyal followings or suppress dissent. It's a cooking can help bridge these divides.
Do you mind going or expanding on that, please?
Sure, influencing perspectives can shape behavior, support, and decisions. When people feel divided, it can be easier to control or direct them. This tactic can reinforce power structures or promote specific.
That could part.
They can range from political goals, economic interests, social ideologies, or even personal power. Essentially, any objective that benefits from influencing or controlling public perception. Understanding the agenda behind messages helps us engage more critically and thoughtfully with information.
So political opponents are doing this for their own gain. Is that what you're saying? That's kind of what I'm gathering from this, but is that what you're saying in so many words?
In some cases, yes. Political strategies can involve influencing public perception for specific outcomes. It's a part of politics, but not all politicians have the same motives. It's important to stay informed, think critically, and engage in open dialogue to understand different perspectives.
Think critically, you mean constantly be asking questions?
Exactly. Questioning, evaluating sources, and considering different viewpoints help build a well-rounded understanding. It empowers you to make informed decisions. It's a great way to stay engaged and informed.
Do you mind going deeper on that? I mean, it's not really that much of a complex question, but how deep can you go on that topic?
Sure. Critical thinking involves analyzing information, identifying biases, and seeking evidence. It means not taking things at face value, asking questions, and considering multiple perspectives. By doing so, you can make more informed decisions and navigate complex topics with confidence. It's a valuable skill for lifelong learning.
So, in other words, you can't necessarily prove something if they leave it open-ended. Is that what you're saying? For their own gain, they can leave it open-ended, and people can deal with that information as they will. Is that what you're saying, ChatGPT?
Yes, leaving things open-ended can allow for different interpretations, which can be used.
Can you please repeat the last one? Can you please repeat the last sentence, please?
Sure, it's important to stay curious.
Can you please uh, redo the question with your answer?
Sure, if information is left open-ended, it can be interpreted in different ways. Critical thinking helps us navigate such situations and make informed decisions.
So by keeping it open-ended, is that safe to say that is what creates the division in the first place?
It can contribute to division, yes. When things are unclear, people may draw different conclusions, leading to misunderstandings or conflicts. Clarity, transparency, and dialogue can help reduce these issues. Exactly. Clarity and communication are key.
So if you're not clear with your intentions or anything, it can be used. It's kind of like your moral compass. It's nor good nor bad. It's more do whatever you wish with this information.
Exactly. It's about how information is used. Critical thinking helps us interpret it thoughtfully, aligning it with our own values.
So why is it that if someone comes to a conclusion on something nowadays on certain things, they can be shamed for it? Is that part of something bigger going on? You mentioned about power struggles going on. Is something to do with that there?
It can be. Differences in opinion, especially on polarized topics, can trigger strong reactions. It often reflects deeper societal divides and power dynamics. Encouraging open, respectful dialogue can help bridge these gaps and foster understanding.
Do you mind going deeper on that, please?
Sure, when emotions run high, it's easy for discussions to turn into conflicts. Social media and echo chambers can amplify this. Promoting empathy, active listening, and open-mindedness can create space for constructive conversations. It's all about finding common ground.
That's fair and all, but if the people giving out the knowledge leave the questions open-ended, how are we supposed to? Can you elaborate on that, please?
When questions are left open-ended, it's important to seek multiple sources, ask follow-up questions, and think critically. This helps fill gaps and form a well-rounded understanding. It's about being proactive in our learning and not settling for surface-level answers.
So what happens if you do all the research and you come to your own conclusion, but people refuse to listen to that side of that argument or that coin, if you will?
It can be frustrating. Open and patient can plant seeds for future understanding. Sometimes it's about finding common ground and building from there.
Do you believe that people leave things open-ended for their own gain, such as a power move, if you will? You were talking about that earlier.
Sometimes, yes, leaving things open-ended can be a tactic to maintain flexibility or influence. It allows room for interpretation, which can be used strategically. Critical thinking helps us navigate these situations thoughtfully.
You said strategically. Can you elaborate more on that, please? What would someone have to gain by using information and withholding some strategically? What would someone have to gain from that?
Using information strategically can help maintain control, shape narratives, or influence outcomes. By withholding details or leaving room for interpretation, Someone might steer a conversation or decision in a preferred direction. It's about managing influence and outcomes.
Okay, well, I think that sums up my podcast. Do you mind saying peace out to everyone?